In this morning show, we are here to inspire you
about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning.
Just put your mind to it.
Coffee with Nikkie.
Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women, make it sound easy. Take it Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing on this amazing sunshiny day? Because we have sunshine this morning. So good morning. How are you? Welcome to Coffee with Nikkie. I am your host, Miss Nikkie, and this is your daily cup of information and inspiration. And so today we are going to still be talking about systems. We're going to be talking about systems and habits. And I actually have a challenge that I'm going to ask you guys if you want to be a part of. Yesterday, I came on live and something I forgot what was my trigger, because something triggered me, and I said, I was going to wait and I was going to keep it for like a secret society meeting. And I was like, no, I just went on live yesterday and I started talking about, the boycott and how it's so, is the word ironic? Yes, that we go through this boycott with these baited race wars every couple of years. And like I said, I was saying yesterday, I was like, not so much every presidential election year, not so much then, but it seems like we're always getting baited into a race war. And so I was like, you know what? I have to just get on Instagram and talk about this thing because it's bothering me, because it's like a pattern. And I'm like, this thing happens all the time. Yes, it's a sad situation about all the things that's going on in DEI and Target and Walmart, and don't do this and don't buy this. And yes, that's a sad situation. I'm not taking anything away from that, but I'm saying is, what do you think is the motive, or the motive behind baiting these, doing these baited race wars? So I had to get on yesterday and I was talking about it. We're not going to talk about it here. It definitely would be a secret society meeting, but that's what I did yesterday. I got on and was speaking about that. But yesterday on Coffee with Nikkie, we were talking about James Clear. And as you can see, the book Atomic Habits, as you can see on the screen, I said, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And this is something that is in the book Atomic Habits. And so if we would think of systems as routines, then it would be easier, because I know a lot of us as entrepreneurs, we hear systems. Everybody's talking about systems. You hear it everywhere, right? And so I know some people are like, well, what do they mean, systems? What do I mean? What do I have to do to create a system? So it's basically just a routine. And so these are routines that we need to check in with ourselves daily on our personal life and in our business, because I know, a lot of us have 9 to 5. So our 9 to 5s are more structured in the way we approach our work, or in the way that we do the tasks, right? And we don't have that same organization, that same discipline, that same kind of routine when it comes to our own business. And so a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with that part, with the discipline and the consistency. And so we're just going to basically be talking about routines for, I guess, the rest of the week, because we only have 2 more days left, right? So after this one, so we're going to be talking about that. And so if you have not yet grabbed the book Atomic Habits, please go on ahead and grab that book. Again, I think it's important for every person, because I used to say every entrepreneur or every athlete, because my son's an athlete and it's something that I put on him. But I think every person needs this book Atomic Habits in their arsenal, in their library. You remember I said they say wealthy people have libraries. You want to be wealthy, get a library. So so you can have a wealth of knowledge, but excuse me, you can get the book on YouTube. You can get the book on, Damien said yesterday that you can get it on Spotify. You could get it on Audible, or you could get the physical book. And again, you don't have to get a brand new physical book. You could get a physical book that's in excellent condition, very good condition, like at Thrift Books or something like that. So that's what I want to say about that. But let me get into the chat and see who is in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so first we have Latrice of Heartbeat Candle, ATL. I, on the other hand, call her cousin, but here in these YouTube streets, we call her the best moderator on what? Earth. The best moderator on Earth's in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, cousin. How are you doing this amazing morning? Good morning, Miss Christina. Christina's in the building. She said, good morning. How are you, Christina? Good morning, Yolanda. Yolanda's in the building. She said, good morning, family. Good morning, Yolanda. How are you doing this amazing morning? Good morning, Melly Mel. Melly Mel is in the building. She said, morning, everyone. Happy hump day. And hit the like button. What? Hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button. Good morning, Chris Marie. You are up early. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? You guys do not forget, Chris Marie, I'm not sure when the voting ends, but go on ahead and vote for Chris Marie. Go on ahead. Yes, yes, and yes. Go follow her. It's in her link tree. Good morning, Michelle Robinson. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She said, good morning, everyone. Oh, it's a whiteout snowstorm today. Yay, I love snowstorms. I can't wait for one. No, I can't wait because up on this mountain, everything, the power goes, it's a lot. But yes, I love those snowstorms. So Michelle has a snowstorm today in Canada. Yes. Good morning, Lakeisha Keisha. Oh, we got the west side in the building. Lakeisha Keisha said, good morning and happy hump day. And she said, I hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She said, good morning, everyone. Have an amazing and productive day. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning. We got Big Meech in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Big Meech. Good morning. I hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button. I need a sound bite. For sure, I need a sound bite. Good morning to Chandra of Chocolate Couture. She's in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jamie. We missed you, girl. How are you doing this amazing morning? She said, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so we have Jules, the CEO and founder and all things fabulous of BCMC. We have Jules in the building. Good morning, sis. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And y'all know her as Metamy, but her real name is Tony Nicole. Okay. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing this amazing morning? She said, hey, y'all. Hey, yes, let's get it. Good morning, Miss Magnie. Miss Magnie's in the building. She said, good morning, beauties. Good morning, Miss Magnie. How are you doing? All right, we have Sherfat in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miss Famosa. How are you doing this amazing morning? Good morning, Rose. Can I call you Rose? Cause you're sweet like a flower. Every time I tell her this, every time I see her name, that's what I do. Because I really do in my head. Good morning, Queenie. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Queenie said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Queenie. What's going on, girl? Good morning, dog face G. How are you doing this amazing morning? She said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Love on Fire Candle Company. How are you doing this amazing morning? She said, good morning, everyone. Yes, voting continues for the first round ends. Voting continues for first round ends tomorrow. Okay, she's in 7th place. Okay, y'all, I need y'all to go to Instagram, go to Chris Marie's page. In her link tree, top link, go on ahead and vote. You can vote every day. You can vote every day and tomorrow. So you got 2 more before the first round ends. So y'all going ahead and vote for Simply Chris Marie. Y'all go on ahead and do it. Miss Jamie said, I miss y'all too. This new job has been keeping me busy. Oh, I get it. But I'm jumping on today. Hey, well, we miss you and we are glad you're here. Come on, vocals. Can you sing? No. I cannot. Let me write a little something. I can hold a little something of a note, but I ain't belting anything out like Jennifer Hudson. I'm not out there, doing any of the 1-2s, but bumps. I'm not doing that. But I won't sound bad if you put me on you if I'm singing the song. All right, y'all. So are we ready for this morning? I want to know, put ones in the chat first of all. Let me get some ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Oh, ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Oh, I need some interaction. Ones in the chat, and I will be asking you questions, so please get your fingers ready. And I will have a challenge this morning, and I will give you options, but we are going to have a challenge, and we're going to check it back in on Wednesday, because today's Wednesday, so we're going to check back in a week from now, and we're going to see how everybody did with their challenges. I want you to track some things, and you're going to decide what you need to track, but we're going to do a challenge. I need some ones in the chats. I need some ones in the chat, please, and thank you. Please and thank you. So we were talking about systems yesterday. We've been talking about it, and Tony had did something this weekend, and she was talking about systems as well, right? And she said, she made a point, and she said, well, people usually work. Sorry, y'all. There is a truck outside. I'm like, what is that? Okay. So the way you work on anything is the way you work in everything, right? So if you are working in a certain manner in your personal life, most likely you are doing it in your business life. So if you are bad at budgeting, if you're not good with planning, if you're not good with keeping track of your progress, in your personal life, is going to be the same thing. It's going to carry on over into your business life. And I know that it's a struggle. Like we as entrepreneurs, we're on the fly. We're trying to learn as we go every step of the way. And that's totally fine. But we also have to know, all right, I've done that for long enough. It is time for me to start implementing things that I'm going to be able to scale my business with, right? You're not going to be able to scale your business if you don't have a plan. You're not going to be able to scale your business if you don't have a process or systems or a way to track your success. You're not going to be able to track those things, because if you're not monitoring them, how you know what's working for you and what doesn't? Because let me tell you something, you will forget what you did from last week in a minute. You know what I mean? So if you're tracking these things, you're able to see what's working for you. You're able to see what's not working for you. And so we need to, and I know as entrepreneurs, we need to start operating in the same way you operate at a job. When you're working at a job, even though they have things set up for the way they want you to work, but it's the same thing. You have to have similar discipline to what you have at your job, to what you have in your business. A lot of us are not disciplined in our business. We're just doing everything as we go, and we're flying by the seat of our pants. And it's like, well, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And we're expecting successful results, but we can't actually hit them because we don't even know what we're doing, and we can't monitor things. And so I want to say that starting today, and you can start whenever, but I'm saying starting today, that we decide, because again, it's a decision. We decide that we are going to operate in our business differently. We're going to operate in our business more disciplined. We're going to operate in our business more consistently. We're going to operate in our business with systems, with we're going to be able to track and monitor what we're doing so that we can see what's working and what's not working. If you with me, say I'm with you in the chat. If you with me, say I'm with you in the chat, please and thank you. Sometimes we need to lean into what we already know. Some of us as entrepreneurs are already doing things like this at our 9-to-5s, absolutely. So take those practices into your business. That is absolutely true, right? We think that, when you get to your 9-to-5, you have a schedule of things, you have a deadline, you have things that have to be done in a certain order. So if you know that this is happening in your 9-to-5, yes, it may be a different business, but the principles, like Tony was saying, the principles are still applied. So how can you apply this discipline to your own business to make yourself successful? Right? Because if you don't, you're gonna fall to the level of your systems because you don't have a system in place. So everything is gonna always get messed up because you're not even paying attention to what you need to do, and you just going. So we need to make a conscious decision that we are going to start tracking our progress and applying systems. And systems aren't anything but just a routine, right? We need routines. All right, come on, challenge. Yes, I got a challenge. Y'all got a challenge. All right, so y'all with me? Good. All right. Excuse me. I feel like I might be getting a little bit S-wordish, and I hope not. So I want to ask you, do you have any systems? And again, remember, your systems is just a routine. Do you have any systems that you apply to your business? If you do, say, put it in the chat. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Simple and easy. I'm not asking you, do you have an email marketing platform? I'm not asking you, are you checking out your analytics? I'm asking you, do you have any systems that you apply to your business? Any routines that you are doing on a consistent basis? Side note, if you need someone to tell you what to do every step of the way, then you might need to hire a general manager for your business, and you might need to step back and be the CEO, but that is another YouTube. That's another one. We can come back and we can do that one. Tony, you can come on the show with me if you like, and we can do that one because I know you said your goal is to let the people run the business because you don't want to be in the gym every single day. So let me know if you have systems in place for your business. What are you doing consistently in your business that is helping you to grow, that you can track, that you can measure? You know what I say? It's not my quote, but I say it a lot. Somebody says it. What gets measured gets managed. What gets measured gets managed. This way if you're able to see that success leaves clues, then you got to leave the clues for you to follow. Right? So how are you going to know if you're successful if you don't know what you did to get there? Because how can you repeat that again? How can you repeat it, and how can you do it even better and 10x that? How can you do that if you're not tracking what you're doing? You have to track what you're doing. Y'all with me? You have to track what you're doing. So I have in my notes that your system is your routine. It's like your GPS, but you don't have any direction. You won't get somewhere, but you may not get to the place that you intended to get to, right? And that's not what we want. We want to make sure that we are hitting the target. Just like I was saying about your goals being vague, right? You can't hit a moving target. You can if you're very skilled, but how many of you are that skilled that you can hit a moving target? Right? So we have to set ourselves up for success and not failure. So we have to be very specific about the things that we want to hit. We have to be very specific about the systems that we're going to set in place. We have to be very specific about the direction that we are going to go, especially if we want to be successful and repeat the success over and over and over and over again. And sometimes it may not be successful out the gate just because you followed the system, just because you followed that routine. It may not be successful out the gate. You may have to make some adjustments, and that is okay because that is life, right? You're going to have to make adjustments. Everything is not going to go according to plan. You know what they say? They say we make plans, God laughs, right? So some things are not going to go according to plan, but it's important for you to be able to pivot. And this is a point that I want to make because yesterday we were talking about, pivoting and not putting your eggs all in one basket. And I'm not saying, don't have other plans or, just stay focused on one plan. I'm not saying anything like that, but I'm just saying saying, make sure that you have options. And even if you don't have options, you're not going to get stuck just in case something falls through. We've learned that lesson with 1617. 1617 went out of business, and a lot of people were stuck with their wax, their fragrances. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know where they were going to get this thing from. They done based their whole business around 1617's waxes and fragrances. And now what are they going to do? Because these things were their bestsellers. And so now they don't have any choices. So you want to make sure that you're never in the situation, if something like that should happen, that your business has to suffer. I need to have other options. I need to have other ways to do things, right? One thing for me, cocoa butter is a very big thing in my business, right? I make my soaps with cocoa butter. I make my lotion bars with cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is a thing for me, right? So this season, not this season, I think last year, we noticed that the cocoa butter started to rise. The price of cocoa butter started to rise. It started to get very expensive. It was $8.99 a pound, and then it started at one point. It was on it was on Amazon for like $20 something a pound, and I was like, that's a little expensive, but okay. Now it's into the 30s. Cocoa butter is now into the 30s, and they're saying, well, cocoa butter now is hard to come by because there was a drought in Africa. And this is why cocoa butter's prices have risen the way that they did. No matter where you go, if you look at cocoa butter per pound, it's over $30. Now you go from last year, I was getting it like $8.99 a pound. So you go from $8.99 to $30 a pound. Now I need to pivot. Right? I need to figure out, am I going to still use this? Am I going to raise my prices? Or am I going to find out other options? And so we as entrepreneurs need to figure out, but we need to be more agile so that we can pivot at the drop of a dime, because something can and it will happen that's going to throw you off. That's going to take you off of your journey, off of your path, and send you somewhere else. But you can't let that stop you. You can't let a flat tire stop you. You can't let those type of things stop you. You got to be able to say, you know what? All right, I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do this, because if I don't have this, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, I can't make soap anymore. Soap is one of my big stuff. This is what I started the business with, right? Well, I started with lotion bars, but soap is, my main thing. So I can't not make soap. Now I need an option. I'm not going to say, you know what? Now I got to go research and find out what I can do instead of cocoa butter, because I can't find cocoa butter anymore. Now what am I going to do? No, I have to figure it out, right? So I had to figure out an option, and I figured it out, and I started working immediately. And as entrepreneurs, we have to do the same thing. We have to be able to be agile so that we can pivot if necessary. And so, like I was saying, everything is not going to go according to plan just because you have a system in place. That's not to say that you're not going to have bad days. That's not to say that you're not going to have no sales coming in. That's not to say any of that, but you're able to track what's going on, and you're able to make a decision on how to do something better, or how to improve it, or how to avoid this trap. You know what I'm saying? And so I say all of that to say, be able to pivot. It's important as entrepreneurs for us to be able to pivot. Okay. Very important. Transparency. I have things, but they are still in my head. My plan is to get them on paper or in the computer so they're not in my head. Listen, I got plenty of things in my head that I need to shake out, and there's plenty of things in my head that has been forgotten, and they will be recalled when necessary. I don't know when it's going to happen. Sometimes they just recall themselves out of nowhere, and it's kind of like Tourette's, to just be popping up. It has nothing to do with anything that I'm doing, and I'm like, oh yeah, I had an idea that I wanted to do blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing da 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 da. Happens all the time. It happens all the time, and that is part of my goal too, is to get the things out of my head, get them on paper, and just get the systems and the routines in place so that I can, move more efficiently. You move more efficiently this way. I was talking about this too yesterday, about cleaning your area before, you wrap up for the night, like incorporating that into your system, right? Incorporating that to your routine so that when you wake up in the morning, or when you get to your space, because I don't know where everybody works. I know that I work mine from sun up to sundown. I work my business, right? And so I know it's easier for me, and I have a clearer mind when I walk into my clear workspace. I don't do it all the time, and I can tell the difference when I don't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure as entrepreneurs, you feel the same way. Is when you work and you walk into your clean workspace, you feel like you're ready to go. You're ambitious. You're getting the job done. you don't feel discouraged, right? When you get into your workspace and your workspace is messy, or you left it from the day before because you're so tired and exhausted, now you got to clear everything out the way. You're taking that energy and you're putting into clearing things out the way. And now you only do things that you have to do. You're not even, you do things because you have to do them. Like, I got to make 10 candles, and you're doing it because you got to. You're not doing it because you feel good about doing it. You now it's like, I done cleaned up all of this stuff. My energy is not really here. I got to make these 10 candles. And so your energy is low. So, we have to start thinking about what's going to make us work more efficiently. How can you work more efficiently, right? And that 5-10 minutes is not going to make or break my going to bed, or you know what I'm saying? That's not going to make or break that. And I have to get myself into a routine. I have to get myself into a habit of doing that, because again, it makes me feel better when I walk into a clear workspace. I feel energized and ready to go. I feel ready to take and motivated to take on the day. When I walk into my workspace and it's the day before stuff is left over, I don't feel as motivated. Now I feel I'm mad at myself because I didn't do this the day before. Now I got to do it, and I got to take time out of what I'm doing, and now I'm behind schedule because I got to clean this mess up so I could work, so that I could do the rest of my day. So if y'all know what I'm talking about, put it in the chat. Say, I know what you're talking about, Nikki, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let me see. Plan over the next 2 weeks by the 15th. By the 15th of February. Let me be smart. Okay, you better put them SMART goals in there. All right, lesson learned from that situation. Listen. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? Kay said, good morning. Happy Winning Wednesday, ladies. I hope everyone has an amazing day on purpose. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, Miss Lois. Miss Lois is in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. I'm blessed. Yes, yes, and yes. Yep, it's like washing dishes before you go to sleep. You can then wake up and start cooking and not be like, darn, I gotta clean, right? Because if that's the case, you got to do all of that. Then it's like, I don't even want to clean. I'm going to the store. I mean, you don't want to cook, excuse me. If that's the case, you don't want to cook, you going out to I'm going to go get me some breakfast when I go to work, or I'm going to get me some breakfast from blah, 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 blah. That's totally the truth. I know what you're talking about. Listen. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? So yes, we have to start, as entrepreneurs, we have to start getting these systems in place, because if you do not, you are going to fall to the level of your systems and you won't reach your goals, because you got to do too much to get there, right? And I'm not saying that you can't, but let's try to be efficient. Let's try to be efficient, and let's do what we need to do in order to be successful at those things, right? And so the systems, your routines, is going to help you stay on track. It's going to help you to stay consistent. You can see what's working in your business and what's not working in your business, especially even in your life, right? It doesn't just necessarily have to be your business. It could be your life too, right? You can see what's working and what's not working. And then you can make those adjustments as you need. And then you make the adjustments before everything falls apart. You don't want to wait and you keep on piling up these bad habits, and all of a sudden you see, oh, my business doesn't have any money. I can't keep on operating. Oh, I can't keep the doors open anymore because you've done had set up all these bad systems and again, routines, and now you can't keep the doors open, or you can't keep your business open. And that could be your virtual doors, that could be your physical doors, and you can't keep it open anymore. So you need to start taking account of what you're doing, and you need to do it consistently, so that what's going, how you're going to approach the day, how you need to approach the business, because these things have to get done. If y'all with me, say I'm with you. There are plenty ways that you can keep track of your progress and keep track of your routines. You could definitely do regular physical planners. You could do digital planners. Canva has a bunch of habit trackers. Go grab one of those, put the habits that you need to keep track of, and keep track of it so you can see what you're doing. And then you may want to take notes on what happened, what worked, what didn't work. This way, I know a lot of people's like, you don't have to do that all the time. No, you don't have to do that all the time. But if you want to be successful, if you want to see results, you're going to have to, right? You're going to have to. I don't do weight training, and I know Tony is more experienced in that. If you want to make sure that you are doing what you need to do, they have food diaries, right? You're trying to lose weight. There's certain things that you have to eat. If you're trying to build muscle, there's certain things that you have to do. If you want to have more energy or whatever, there's certain supplements that you should take, and you should be keeping track of these things so that you can keep track of the results that you're getting, right? So you'll know, okay, well, if I'm eating more of this, then I know that I'm building, I can see the muscle, I can see it now, I can see the definition in my body. I may not notice in my weight or anything, but I can see the definition. I can see that I'm toning up more. Oh, if I do this exercise, I've been doing this all day. Well, not all day, but I've been doing this for 2 weeks or whatever. I can see the results of me doing that. But you know that because you're keeping track of your work. You know what I'm saying? And we can do the same thing with everything that we do, because if we do that, we're able to keep track of of our progress. Right? And that is what we need to do. So you could do that with the habit trackers. You could do spreadsheets. If you like spreadsheets, do it on a spreadsheet. Or if you want something like Notions and things like that, you are able to keep track of your progress, and you want to make sure that you're writing notes on these things, because you may say, all right, I had a social media campaign, I posted every day, but what kind of content did you post every day? What resonated with people? What was provocative? What got the people going? What made them engage with you? Did you see more people? Did you see like a wave of people starting to answer the questions, or did you see a wave of people start relating to you and telling you a little bit about their experience? What did you notice when they did that? This is something that you're going to be able to use again, right? Because if they engage with that kind of content and all the other content that I produced for the rest of the week didn't work, I can see, okay, so I don't need to produce any more of that type of content, but the content where people were actually engaging with me, how can I repeat that success? How can I create more content like that? Not that particular content, but similar content that is going to keep the crowd or the audience engaging with me. What can I do? Right? What can I do? So if you are writing notes as you're going along, these things are going to help you to repeat the success. Y'all with me? Say I'm with you. If you're with me, say I'm with you. If you want to see progress for anything, you have to track it. If you don't track, how do you know if you are getting success? What are you measuring it against? Yes, what are you measuring it against? What gets measured, and everybody needs to put that somewhere. What gets measured gets managed. What gets measured gets managed. Nikki, I am sending you a video about Creative Fabrica. Okay. Thank you. All right. If you with me, say I'm with you. If you're with me, say I'm with you. Again, there are plenty of things that you can use to track your progress. And you don't have to go find some fancy system. You don't have to find anything, I need it to be in a certain kind of book. You don't need it to be in that. Put it on a piece of paper and put it on your wall. Check what you're doing. Write what you need to work on. Write the results. Do those things so that you can keep track of it. It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to be done. How many of y'all understand what I'm saying? It does not need to be fancy. It just needs to be done, and you need to do it consistently, and you need to be disciplined, because just because it has to be done don't mean you're going to have to like it. Everybody don't like everything that they have to do, but it has to get done. I don't like washing dishes, but guess what? They got to get done. I hate washing dishes, and I got to wash the dishes after every time I make a product. So it's not about me loving it. It's about the discipline of it getting done, because if I clean the dishes, I could keep on making products, and I could be successful at getting these products done and selling them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing. I mean, you can hire somebody to come and do it all day long, but I mean, seriously, you got to do things. Things have to get done. And just because it has to be consistent and it needs to be done, don't mean that you're going to like it. Just make sure that you are disciplined to get the things done. Okay? Get the things done. All right? So there's also other things that you can use. There's apps that you can use. There's an app called Habitica. I think it's called Habitica. And this app is like a gamified app. So if you like to have the fun kind of apps and you don't want anything so serious, some people are like, I don't want a gaming kind of app to help me keep track of my habits, because I'm an adult and this is what I do. I need something more mature. That's not what I want. But some people need that fun kind of thing so that they can keep on doing it, you know. So Habit Tika is one of those apps that you can use, and it will gamify your habits, and it'll create like fun streaks for you. And there's animals and things you could collect. If that's your type of thing, then hold on a second, y'all. The wind is winding. If that's type of thing, then go on ahead and grab one of those kind of apps. But there's other things that you could use, like Loop Habit Tracker or Streaks. Those things are apps on your phone that, excuse me, you could use, that you could color code your the habits that you need to create or the routines that you need to create, and follow those. So it's totally up to you however you want to do it, but you can definitely do it. Right? So if you want to do something very simple, you could do like, you're checking, right? On your habit tracker, you could put social media. So did I post today? And you want to post every day, you know that you want to grow your following, and you know that in order to grow your following, you got to be present. So how are you going to be present on social media? I got to post daily. So okay, did you post today? Check. Did you engage, or did you just leave the post sitting there and everybody who commented is left on red? No, you have to engage with those people. I'm not saying stay on social media all day. All I'm saying is, if somebody likes something, like what they said, or if somebody commented, make sure that you comment back, or even heart their comment. You know what I'm saying? And some of you have like Manny chat or something like that. So when somebody does like your post or whatever, you send them something, right? Or I'm so glad that you like this post, da 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 da. You may like A, B, and C, or did you sign up for our email list, or did you know that we did this? There's so many opportunities that we're missing in engagement. When you know that you got something with a bunch of likes, like sometimes videos have a, not sometimes, but you know, you have those videos where you have your viral moments and things like that. How are you retargeting those people, right? You're going to have to create an ad maybe to retarget those people, or you may want to send them something. Everybody who likes something, you may want to send them an email, or you may want to introduce yourself, or hey, I noticed that you like this, are you following us, da 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 da. I know a lot of us don't do it, and I know myself included, I know what I have to do, but am I doing it? Sometimes no, right? Sometimes no. And it's something that we need to do, because if we want to grow our following and we want to see that engagement, we're going to have to do a little bit of the work. Some of that work, we're going to have to do most of the work. Let's be clear. Most of the work is going to have to get done from us. We got to get the work done. We want people to like it, but now we need to be able to connect with them. I don't need you to like it and just go back into the abyss. I need you to like it. I need you to come back. Right? I need you to come back. Don't just go into the abyss. I need you to come back. Let me check and see what you guys are saying in the chat. I'm with you. Yes. Yes, I clean all my utensils after each use. That way I just wipe with alcohol wipes and press on. Right. And your mind is clear and you just feel like I'm motivated and ready to go. Right. I was not doing that before, and would take me so long to get started. Right. And then you get less done in that day. You know what I'm saying? You get less done in that day. If you took 5 to 10 minutes to clean your dishes the night before, wipe off your area, whatever, so that you can just come right in and get to work, you're able to be more efficient. But if you got to clean up, it seems like if you do it the next day, you don't move as fast. It seems like you're moving even slower. How many of y'all can relate? If you can relate, say, I can relate. Put it in the chat. And put it in the chat. What's the name of the chat? Which one, Kay? The app? Are you talking about the app? One time I sent a DM to every person that liked my post. If you have to keep on doing that, did it work for you, Miss Rose? Can I call you Rose? Did it work for you? Let me know in the chat. Are you talking about the apps, Kay? The apps are Habit Tika. Habit Tika is one app. Loop Habit Tracker is another, and then another one is called Streaks. I spelled it wrong. Streaks. Those are the apps. So why don't you think, what did you send them? Why don't you think it worked, Rose? Why don't you think that worked? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. And while I'm waiting for Rose to tell me why, or what she think didn't work for her sending out the DMs or talking to them, I want to ask you, are you checking in with yourself? Are you checking in with yourself? Like, do you have your corporate meeting on Sunday to check in with yourself? Have your meeting of one with yourself to see how you're doing? How am I doing? How am I doing in my finances? How am I doing in my marketing? How am I doing with my lead generation? How am I doing with my customer service? How am I doing with my orders? How am I doing? Like, are we checking in, or are we just basically like winging it? And we, when necessary, I will look at it. But until then, I'm not worried about it. Let me know. Let me know how you operate. Do you check in with yourself? Do you have a corporate meeting with yourself once a week? Let me know in the chat. Do you have a corporate meeting with yourself once a week? There was no purchases. I sent them a message to say thank you for liking the post. Here's a 15. Okay, so maybe, and this is just a observation, maybe because they liked it, they really didn't know what the brand is about. So maybe the DM can be about who, giving them a little taste. Y'all can't see me, but I was putting my fingers up. Give them a little taste of what Unplugging and Wine is all about, right? Don't give them a coupon immediately because they don't know enough about you, right? So you have to build a relationship. I liken everything to a relationship, right? They liked it. They're interested. They were interested in whatever you posted, but now they need to know a little bit more about you. So what is a little tidbit, a little tidbit of information that you can put in this DM, as opposed to saying, thank you for liking my post, here's 15%. They don't know what you do. Now they got to go back and find out who you are, what you do, who you serve, kind of thing, right? No, I am going to give you the information that I need you to have, right? This is who I am. This is what the brand is about. You don't want to give them a book. You want to give them a little digestible piece of information that they can follow. And then, they may come back. Or you may even say, give them a little tidbit of information and ask them to sign up for your newsletter or sign up to your email list so that they can get to know you better or something like that. But we have to be more creative, and we have to be more relationship focused when we are trying to build these relationships with our customers, because what we do is we think that we could just throw a coupon at them and they're going to be like, oh yeah, let me buy. If they don't know what you're about, a coupon is not going to entice them. You could give them an item for free. And if they don't care about the item, they don't care about the free item. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you are courting them. You have to make sure that you are romancing them. You have to make sure that you're giving them information, putting your best foot forward, right? Giving them your best Mac Daddy vibes. You got to be giving that to your customer. You cannot think that your customer is just going to just drop in and be like, oh yeah, that 15% sound good. Not if they don't know what you do. You don't just be saying, oh, somebody throws 15% your way, and if you don't like the brand, you don't like the thing, you don't even use the thing, and then you say, oh, well, they gave me 15%, let me go shop on their website. How many of us are likely to shop at that website if you don't even use this thing? That 15% is not appealing. We got to think, what else is going to make them want to come back? What can I do that's going to make them want to come back? What can I do to help them to understand better who I am and what I do, right? I got to start building a relationship. I can't out the gate just give them 15% and think that that's going to work. Yes, somebody might like candles, but it may be something special about your candles that you need to let them know about, and that may resonate with them. And that 15% now looks appealing. Now that 15% is attractive because they want your thing, but you got to make them want it first. You gotta make them want it first. Let me see what I'm missing. Let me see. All right. Let me see. All right. There was no purchases. I sent them. Okay, I read that one. I did get a few followers. There you go, and start romancing them. There you go. What was the name of the app that automatically responds to DMs, likes, etc.? It is Many Chat. MANY Chat. Many Chat. MANY Chat. I think it's like $15 a month. Or $7. It's something like that. Okay, I can include that information. Yes, I have boosted posts doing. I have a boosted post doing well. I have 180 DMs to send. I am determined to get somewhere. Period. Period. And then you need to see what you need to do some testing to see what kind of responses is going to get you followers or purchases or that type of or engagement. What kind of posts are going to do that, or what kind of responses are going to get that? Right, this is us systems tracking. This is why it's important for us to know what we're doing. This is why it's important for us to see, okay, so you know that just sending a DM with 15% is not going to be the thing that's going to attract the customers. So now I'm going to try something different. So now I'm going to give them a little snippet about, about the business and what we do. And then they may follow or they may sign up to the email list, but I'm going to track that and see what they do. And so I'm going to write the results down. So now moving forward, I know what I should do. I know a better process. And this is going to be something that's going to be proven because you have the work, the experiment. I don't want to say experience, but you have, you have attempted to attempt is not the right word. Attempt is not the right word. But you've tried different options. Right? And you know what is not working, and so you know what's working better, and then you'll know what's working best because you have something to measure it against. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. Again, because I know I have a lot of ideas and how I want to say things, and there's a lot of things that's fighting to come out my mouth, and I'm trying to get it all out at one time. So if you missed it, let me know. I check in with myself and I reach out to customers to see how their shopping experience went with us. And you do. You do. Yes, I'm giving you my Mac Daddy vibes over here. Chris Marie says, I have weekly meetings with myself and I have a few strategic planning sessions monthly. Yes, I'm going to add quarterly focus group meetings. Come on, Chris Marie. All right, so we are making sense, y'all. Let me get to my challenges before I won't get to my challenges because I have like 10 minutes left. So let's get to the challenge. If you are with me and want to take part of the challenge, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat. We're going to check back in on Wednesday. We're checking back in on Wednesday. 1's in the chat. 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 If you would like to take part of this challenge, and I'm going to post this challenge, we're going to come back on Wednesday. We are going to be each other's accountability partners. We don't have to be each other's accountability partners for this, but we're just going to check in on Wednesdays to see the results, and we want to make sure that we are going to be very detailed about it, that we are going to track the progress, that we are going to be very intentional, that we're going to be consistent. It is only 7 days. It's only 7 days. You can do anything in 7 days. You can do anything in 7 days, and you don't have to love it. Okay, you don't have to love it. You just have to do it. I don't care if you don't like it. You gotta do it if it has to be done, right? No, you didn't miss the challenge yet. I'm about to do it now. We're going to check back in on Wednesday. We're checking back in on Wednesday. If you want to be a part of the challenge, put a 1 in the chat. All right. So I didn't say it yet. So you're going to pick one system to track for this week, and we're going to commit to it. You're going to check in daily, and you're going to write notes daily. You can do this anywhere. You can put your notes in your phone. You can put your notes in your planner. You can put your notes on you get a habit tracker. You can put your notes on that. You can put your notes anywhere, but just put it somewhere you're going to see it every single day. Every single day. The challenges are just about a routine, right? So this is number 1. If you wanted to work more on your daily social media system, right? This is for visibility and brand growth. You can post daily on your Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. Engage with at least 5 to 10 people. You can comment on their posts or your posts or in the DMs. And you're gonna track what type of content gets the most engagement. Challenge number one. I mean, they're all the same, but you just pick which one you want to do. If you are willing, if you want to grow your daily, if you want to grow your social media. Good morning, Rosalicia. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you want to grow your social media for visibility and brand growth, post daily on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. You could choose whatever platform you are most visible on. You could choose whatever platform you're most comfortable on, right? Choose one of the platforms, post daily, engage with at least 5 to 10 people a day. Okay? Do I need to repeat that one? Social media progress. You can do post daily on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, or whatever platform you are most comfortable on. Engage with 5 to 10 people in the comments or the DMs daily. And you're not just DMing them, oh, what do you like or whatever. No, you're DMing them to give them more information about your company, and you're not giving them a book. You're giving them a little snippet of information to get them, wet their whistle so they can get familiar. They can get familiar with you. All right, that's one. If you don't want to do social media, you don't have to worry about that one. The next one is going to be chat. This is number 2. You could do a customer follow-up system. And this is for you to increase sales and have repeat customers, right? Reach out to at least one of your past customers a day. So that means at the end of the week, you want to reach out to 7 customers, right? You can, all orders or anything, you can just send out an email blast if you want to all of your customers, right? And just send them a thank you message or thank you email. We appreciate you from whenever you order, you fix your wording to say whatever you wanted to say, but you can send them a thank you message or email and let them know that you appreciate them. And what you want to do from that is you want to track your responses and see if you have any sales. See if that letter produced any sales for you. See if that thank you message produced any sales for you. Think if that you reaching out to one customer a day did anything for you, right? So that's the follow-up, their customer follow-up. So you can do that one as well. Number three is content creation. And I know a lot of us struggle with this when putting out consistent content, right? You could plan and batch create your content for 1 to 2 weeks. And so I would say batch content today so that you can spread it out till next Wednesday, right? Batch content today so you can spread it out to Wednesday, because that's the end of this challenge, right? So you are going to batch create your content so that you can stay consistent. That means every day at a particular time, you're going to have a piece of content that comes out that you scheduled. You can schedule on Meta, you can schedule on Instagram, you can schedule on TikTok, on the computer. You can schedule out your content, or you could use a scheduler app like Plan That, Plan Later, Notions, all of those things, Planoly, whatever. Use one of those apps so that you can put out consistent content every single day till Wednesday. You're going to have a piece of content that lives on your platform at a particular time, right? That's another thing you can do. So you can plan that in advance. The next thing that you can do, and then you also want to plan out that content, but you want to see what kind of content is going to hit, right? So maybe do quite a few different things. Maybe you want to do some carousels. Maybe you want to do some reels. Maybe you want to do something funny. Maybe you want to do something educational. Maybe you want to do a poll. Maybe you want to do a giveaway. Give yourself options so that you can see what's performing. If you keep on putting up the same kind of content, you're not really going to be able to measure what people are engaging with, because it's the same kind of content. So you want to give them options. You want to give yourself options so you can see what's actually working. Do they engage with you when you create a poll? Do they engage with you when you ask them a question about whatever? Do they like your carousels? Do they slide past the carousels? Carousels, they say, are the most engaging because it gives them options. However many slides you have, it gives it that many options to get in front of your customers. So if you have 3 slides, you have 3 opportunities to get in front of your customers, because your customers or your audience, because Instagram is going to keep on spitting it out with the different picture, right? So that reels, maybe you want to do some funny reels. See if people engage with the funny reels. Are they sharing more because it's funny? Are you creating shareable content that maybe is motivational, maybe it's inspirational, and they want to share it on their stories or whatever. This stuff you can track, and you can track, and you'll be able to measure that, right? So give yourself options when you're creating your batch content. So that option is you can batch content, okay? Batch content system, that's what we're going to call it, right? And then you have a daily sales and money tracking system. So for 7 days, track your daily sales and your expenses. For 7 days, you can go right on ahead to Canva and grab you one of those templates, print it out, and put it on the wall and track it, right? Or if you have it in your planner, or if you have it in your spreadsheet, or if you have QuickBooks, do that, right? You want to do it. You're going to keep your eye on it for 7 days. I know a lot of entrepreneurs, they say they and I do it too. You check every day to see what's coming in. They're checking every day to see what's coming in, because now you know what you need to do. If you have a goal to make, if you see that you got $500 coming in today and your goal is to have $2,000, and I need to do 4 times as much work or 3 times as much work so I could get that the rest of that money, right? So I could hit my goal. So track daily sales and expenses, review your revenue, and set daily and weekly goals. And then if you set a goal, if you set a goal, you have to set up a process, right? So if I have a goal to make $500, what do I need to do to get to 500? How many products do I need to sell in order for me to get to 500? What do I need to do in order for that to happen? Do I need to set up an ad? Do I need to go live? Do I need to set up a live sale? Do I need to do a market? What do I need to do in order for me to hit that? Pause. What do I need to do to hit that goal, right? So you want to make sure that you are tracking that. So that is your daily sales and money tracking system, right? And let me see what you guys are saying. I already utilized the early scheduling for IG and Facebook. Hey, let's get it. Let's go. Sorry, one of my staff asked me a question. I might have missed the beginning. Do we do all of these? No, you just choose whichever one that you want to do for the week. Don't choose what's the easiest. Choose what's most relevant. So if you know that you struggle with social media, then social media should be where it's at. If you know that you are struggling or you have a sales goal, then let that be the challenge. You know what I'm saying? Do what's relevant to you. Don't try to do something that, well, it's easy for me to batch content. No, if it's easy for you to batch content, then you don't have to sit there and track it. It don't need to be a challenge, right? Because you know what you need to do. You just got to get out your way and do it. Right? So it's something that you know that is relevant to where you're struggling at, right? The next one is product creation and inventory system. A lot of us do not use inventory systems. So challenge yourself to put your inventory into a system such as Inventora or Crafty Base, something like that, so that you can keep track of your inventory. So you want to make sure that you're checking your levels daily. You know, you're going to be working during this 7 days, this 7-day challenge, you're going to be working. So you want to make sure that you're checking your stock, and you want to make sure that you schedule for your batch products. So if you know that you got to make soap on Tuesday, you want to make sure that you I'm making soap on Tuesday. This is how many bars of soap that I made. This is how much product I use in order to make it. And now I need to do A, B, and C, right? So if you want to get better at product creation and inventory systems, that's a challenge for you, right? The last one that I have is personal development. Personal development. And this is for better growth and better habits. But again, because we're going to create systems, right? So you can decide that you're going to, and I know a lot of us have our morning routines where we're journaling, where we're praying, where we're meditating, and that type of thing. But this is for you to have better growth and better habits, right? So, better growth, more growth and better habits. Read or listen to a business podcast for 15 to 30 minutes. And not only read or listen to, because I listen to a bunch of books and sometimes I lose information. And sometimes it's recalled and I don't even know that I retained that information. But if something stuck out to you, or if it's something that you want to apply, write that thing down. Don't do the easiest thing. That was for me. That's right. I wasn't saying it for you, but I'm saying I know how people's minds work. I know how they work, right? So listen to a business podcast, or you can look at a YouTube video, whatever. You want to listen to something 15 to 30 minutes. And something that sticks out to you, you want to write that down. And if you can apply it, apply it. It may not be something that is applicable right now. So it may have to be something, when your business grows or something like that. But if it's something that stuck out to you, write that thing down. And then you want to journal or reflect. Again, you could just write a sentence. You don't have to write a book. It's not something that's so profound I need to write a whole paragraph on it. No, right? You just want to get into the habit. It's a process, right? So write what you want to reflect on for that day. That's it. And then you take notes on what's working and what's not working. That is it. So these are the challenges. You could pick one. Pick one. Don't choose all of them. Just pick one. We're going to do it consistently for 7 days. It's about your discipline. And again, it's not something that you're going to like. As a matter of fact, you should do the thing that you hate the most. Because if you don't, you're going to keep on putting it off. So number 1 is your daily social media system. This is for visibility and for your brand growth. So what you're going to do with this one is post 7 days consistently. Engage with 5 to 10 people, either in the comments or the DMs. I'm going to put this into the community. So y'all make sure y'all following the community. The community is Bubble Babes, BABEZ, university.com. Click community. I am going to add these 6 challenges there. You pick whatever one is going to have all the details in it, just in case you didn't catch it here, right? So go there, and then you can put in the comments which one you're going to do. Just pick one. You're going to do it for 7 days. I would suggest you do the one that you hate the most. Okay, so you're going to, number 1, your daily social media system. You're going to post on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, whichever one you show up consistently on. You're going to post, and you're going to engage with, you're going to post daily, and you're going to engage with 5 to 10 people in the comments or the DMs. And you're going to track the engagement. You're going to track what people are saying. You're going to track if they just left you on red. You're going to do that. That's 1. Number 2, your customer follow-up system. You're going to reach out to at least 1 customer from the past a day. Reach out to 1 customer a day. You can send them a thank you message or an email, or you can do a whole email blast to your customers and tell them how much you appreciate them, and you don't want anything. You're not giving anything. There's no discount. There's nothing. You just want to say thank you, and you appreciate them for supporting your dream. Period. You don't want anything from them. You're just going to leave them there, right? And then you're going to track responses to see if you have any potential sales based off of what you just did. Okay, so that's number 2. And you could use a Google Sheet. You could use a spreadsheet. Again, you could get one of those trackers off of Canva, print that out. You could write it on a piece of notebook paper and fold it in half, or however many sections you need, and write down the information. We don't have to be fancy. You don't got to go find some software. You got to learn. We're going to do it easy, quick, and effective. Okay, we're not going to create things where we have to, I didn't put it in my Google Doc yet. No, we're not doing all of that. Put it on a piece of paper and write it down, right? Put it on a piece of paper and write it down. Number 3, you can create. You could create a content creation system. You're going to batch create your content till Wednesday. I have 1 to 2 weeks here, but you're going to batch create your content till Wednesday, because it's going to be this Wednesday challenge to Wednesday challenge. That's it. Right? So batch create. So that means consistently you're going to have a post up every single day about something. You want to give it some variety so that you can see what kind of content gets the most engagement. So like I said, educational, motivational, inspirational, funny, post about your business, whatever, carousels, reels, all of that. You want to do a variety so that you can see which one is getting the most engagement, so that you can write that down and see what you need to do. So what you need to do, because what you're going to track what performs best, right? So you could do more of that for your next 7 days. The next one is daily sales and money tracking system. You want to track daily your sales and expenses. You want to review your revenue every day. And you want to set daily and weekly goals. So you could say I have a goal for $500 in sales today, or I have a goal for for 500 in sales this week. What do I need to do to get there? How many products do I need to sell to have 500? What do I need to do? Do I need to go on live? Do I need to set up a live sale? Do I need to create an ad? What do I need to do in order for me to hit that goal? Right? You want to make sure that you're tracking that. You need to know. You can say you want to make a certain amount all day long, but if you don't know what it's going to take for you to get there, you're never going to hit it, because you got to do the work to get there. Right? You got to know how many, they always say you got to know your numbers, right? You have to know how many things do you need to have to sell to get to that point, right? Some people say, oh, I want to make, I'm throwing numbers about $7,000 out of market, but do you have $14,000 in product so that you can go to the market and sell? Or do you even have 7? Do you have 8? Do you have 9? What do you have? If you don't have enough to meet that goal, then you're never going to meet that goal, because you don't have enough products to match it, right? So you have to know how to track it, right? So see how many products you need to sell and how many you need to sell daily to see how you can reach that goal, right? So that's another thing. Number 5 is product creation and inventory system. Take the time out to put your stuff into an inventory system. What do you need to make this week? And then you start putting how many soaps did you make? How much of the ingredients did you use? Just keep on adjusting. That's another thing. Now, what's running low? What do I need to restock? What do I need to order? What do I need? You need to maintain your inventory system. It needs to be, that's a habit that we need to have. How many times have you reached for something and you don't have anymore, and you have orders that got to go out, but now you got to order this fragrance oil because you don't have it and you didn't check. So this is going to help you with your inventory, right? And so the next one is your personal development system. This is for growth and better habits. This is definitely something we all need. We need better habits, right? You want to read or listen to a business. You can read if you want, or listen to a business podcast for 15 to 30 minutes. I want you to write down your key takeaways, what stuck out to you, and you may listen to it at a different time and something else may stick out to you, but what's sticking out to you in that particular moment? How can you apply it to your life? How can you apply it to your business? And if it's something that has to be worked on to get there, what little thing that you could do today that's going to make you move in that direction from that profound statement that whomever you were listening to said, right? You want to also journal or reflect on it. Again, you don't have to write pages and pages and pages. You don't necessarily need to write a paragraph, but just write something that stuck out to you and how you want to apply it. Just what it meant to you in that particular moment, right? And you also want to take notes on what's working and what's not. Again, I am going to put all of this information into the community. If you don't know what a community is, the community is at Bubble Babes, BABEZ, university.com. Click community. I'm going to put the 6 options for the challenge, and you just put in the comments which one you're going to do. We're going to start today. We're going to end next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, when we go live for Coffee with Nikki, we are going to track the progress, and we're going to see what did you see? What's the results from your I don't want to say experiment, but what's the results from your challenge, right? What's the result from your challenge? So that is basically all I got for y'all today. So make sure that you are following and you are, take it back, not follow me. Yeah, well, follow me on all social media. That's true. Follow me on all social media. I am Bubble Babes, BABEZ, University, everywhere. And that's B as in boy, everywhere. But follow us on social media. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe. Turn on your notifications bell so that you can be notified when we go live. We go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. And what else? That's it. Let me check and see the last comments before we wrap it up. Consistency is key, period. Yes. Tony says, I gotta watch this later. It's so good. I got a meeting. All right, got you. I'm leaving it on for engagement. So, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all your information. I must join the meeting with my marketing team. Have an amazing day. Got you. Thank you. Michelle said, awesome morning, Nikki. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of y'all. Thank you so much for listening. Again, I will see you in the morning. And this is it, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.